Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roma Theory. It's Mourinho's press conference day. He went live actually a long time ago. I was at school, but obviously we're going to speak about it today. Nerves are starting to rise, but at the same time, the confidence doesn't vanish away. We've got 24 hours to go, basically, and then we'll know if we will be in that semi-final in the Europa League. Now, I'm pretty sure that a lot of you here are probably going to ask me questions on the Juventus behalf. Because, Juventus are apparently going to get the 15 points back. I don't really want to touch into that because I think I could not care less. I'm not even surprised they're getting 15 points back, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think we'll speak about a little bit at the end, just how it influences us. And all of that, but we don't care about that. We've got something way bigger to focus on tomorrow, and yeah, it's been a tough preparation. It's been a preparation which I think Mourinho has studied really well. As you probably heard, and you will hear in a second with my reaction, Mourinho said that he's basically locked himself up in the training session for 48 hours. He's locked himself in that training ground, and he's not actually gotten out of it. Which kind of gives you a perspective of how Mourinho is living this preparation. He's lived many of these moments, many of these preparations before big games, and he's basically won a lot of them. I think these two legs, especially where you lose the first leg and you're playing the second leg with a comeback mission at home, I think it's that typical prototype of Mourinho game. I think he's going to prepare and has prepared the team mentally. And we'll see tomorrow what happens. But look, the first question, in fact, is how are you living this preparation? And Mourinho said, I've been here for 2 days. I went out on Monday to visit a friend in a hotel, Kulusevski. I came back here, and I don't go out. I don't hear everything that happens outside Trigoria. I don't hear absolutely nothing of what goes around outside of the training ground. I can imagine it, however. There is a strange tranquility. There is a match to play with a negative but open result. There is a stadium that is shown that it's always there for us and sometimes also plays with us. Tomorrow, I'm 200% sure they will play alongside us. I believe in my players. I believe in my fans. I'm very faithful of them both. Classic Mourinho response. I mean, that's what you want to hear. That's what you want to hear because he's our boss. You know, he's the leader of our team. So you want to hear all of these words of how the team has been preparing for this. Some deep studies have probably went in studying the game, preparing a game plan, trying to block Feyenoord the best way possible. And yeah, look, he said it himself. He's lived a lot of these moments. He's experienced when it comes to these moments. But obviously, by kind of closing yourself inside the training ground, you're kind of disappearing from all the media noises that are happening outside of the training ground. You know, it's been a game which the media has talked about a lot. Preparations, obviously, Feyenoord fans coming to Italy. They've landed in Rome. They went to the fountain that they destroyed today. Mourinho doesn't care about that. Mourinho cares about tomorrow's game. I think the players think about tomorrow's game and are just fully focused on tomorrow's game. And that's what you want to hear. Because if the focus is there, if the attitude is there, if we are mentally prepared for this, then something great can happen. And let me tell you one thing. If we reach that semi-final tomorrow, something great is going to happen. Something absolutely magic. Because 2 consecutive semi-finals into European tournaments consecutively for a team like Roma is not something you see very often. You know, forget about winning the thing. Forget about even reaching the final. Even reaching the semi-final tomorrow night would be something absolutely phenomenal, which no one here will forget. Trust me. But yeah, look, Stadium has shown that he's always there, plays with us. We are going to play with him. And you should expect a great stadium tomorrow. You know, the Roma social media fan pages have promoted kind of a banner saying that everyone has to bring a flag, everyone has to bring scarves, everyone has to bring the voice to the stadium. And that's exactly what we want to do. You know, this is a fan channel, so obviously I'm the presenter of this fan channel. And I know we've got an international community. I know there are a lot of you guys which will probably head to the stadium tomorrow. I'll be the first one to say, after reading all of the banners on Instagram and all of that, if you're going to the stadium, bring a flag. If you're going to the stadium, bring a scarf. If you're going to the stadium, bring your voice. But you can do all of that even without going to the stadium. And I know this is an international community. I know a lot of you here are not in Rome or not in Italy, will not be at the stadium tomorrow. What I want you to do tomorrow when you watch the game is wear a Roma jersey, wear a scarf if it's cold, pop a flag on the wall, and just sing along if you know the chants and all of that. Because even from home, an effect will be made. Even if the players can't hear you. Trust me, it'll be great. Right, second question. It's kind of a statement more than a question, because the journalist said there will be 67,000 spectators tomorrow, including the away sector. And then Mourinho interrupted and said, I want to have 67,000 more players. Because spectators are one thing and players are another. Either we win and we go to the semi-finals, or we go home sad, but knowing and being aware that we gave absolutely everything. That is the objective tomorrow. So look, there's going to be 67,000 spectators. I do think that we're actually going to reach the 70Ks tomorrow, because as I discussed this yesterday, the away section was basically assigned to Feyenoord fans, but Feyenoord fans can't come to tomorrow's game. So instead of actually leaving that empty, Roma fans have put those tickets on sale, and those have gone sold out in a matter of seconds. So for the first time this season, we're going to have a complete 360 sold out stadium. So I do think there's going to be more than 70,000 fans. I mean, considering we had 67,000 against Udinese with the away section closed, because the away fans were there, I think we're going to reach the 70k figures tomorrow, which is going to be great. And then look, the third question is about Dybala, because people are obviously skeptical on Dybala. Will Dybala play? Will Dybala start? Can Dybala play 90 minutes? Can Dybala play 120 minutes if we go to extra time? How is Dybala doing, and can he play from the first minute is the question. And Mourinho says, I honestly don't know. You saw clips of a 15-minute warm-up tomorrow. That is absolutely nothing. You've seen a clip of Dybala warming up for 15 minutes in a warm-up, but that was absolutely nothing, because we did some tactical organization without position and at a very low intensity. We decided to give Paulo 24 more hours to really understand what his body is up to for tomorrow, and whether he can or cannot start from the first minute tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we'll do something objective and intense, and to understand if he is able to play from the first minute, if he's on the bench, or if he's actually going to be out for everything. At the moment, I know absolutely nothing. The big question is, Paulo, no Paulo. We obviously want Paulo, but the Paulo situation, I think, has to be dealt with very carefully. I think the Paulo situation has to be dealt with extremely carefully, even after seeing that Juventus are probably going to get the 15 points back. Why am I saying this? I am saying this because now that Juventus are probably going to get 15 points back, if it's not going to be 15, it's probably going to be... they are going to get some points back. It's probably going to be 15 because it's corrupt as fuck. But yeah, you get the point. Now that Juventus are back third in the league, I won't say it reopens the top four race, because everyone is just stuck together apart from Napoli and Lazio maybe. But obviously we do have to focus on the league too if we continue on the Europa League path. So risking Dybala would be good and would bring the benefits in tomorrow's 90 minutes. But then what if he gets injured again and we have to play without Dybala for like 3 games? that will influence other performances. I think as things stands, we don't know. I think the team has given Dybala a 24-hour ultimatum to actually feel how his body will be tomorrow morning for an intense training session. If it's going well, then I think Dybala has to start, because I've said the game plan yesterday. The game plan is scoring early goals. If you've got Dybala on the pitch, the chances of us scoring an early goal obviously increase. But then you've got the questions which are, but if he can't play 90 minutes and then we're forced to sub him off at the end, something happens. I am sticking to the idea that regarding of whether Dybala starts or not starts, the team has to be prepared. Regarding of whether Dybala is fit to start, fit to not start, fit to get subbed in, or fit to do absolutely nothing, is a secondary thought. It's the secondary preoccupation. Because we've seen that we are scoring more goals. Now we've started to score more goals, and the fact that we've scored 6 goals in our last 2 Serie A games at home suggests that that something good is happening, especially with Wijnaldum being exploited at its best. But obviously having Dybala on the pitch is another completely different situation. So, look, we cannot be here crying or being worried or being unconfident if Dybala doesn't start. Because I want to see the same attitude even if Dybala doesn't play tomorrow. I want to see the same confidence, the same positivity even if Dybala's on that bench tomorrow. I want 11, I've said this yesterday, I want 11 brothers on that pitch. I want 11 warriors who are brothers who are about to go to war. That's what I want to see. And Dybala can be one of those 11 players, but at the same time, Dybala can also be not one of those 11 players. The situation doesn't change. 11 players will start tomorrow. And 11 players are going to play tomorrow. If Dybala's in that lineup, something happens. If Dybala isn't in that lineup, the same thing happens. So, you know what? I'm actually very tempted to ban Flynn White, but I'm not going to ban him just because we're going to beat them tomorrow. We're going to throw them out. So maybe if then you see one of these live streams after we beat you, maybe you'll pop it and say hi. So I'm not going to ban you. Because I like, and the fact that Feyenoord fans are actually assisting a Roma live stream suggests to me that Feyenoord fans are scared. Because if I were a Feyenoord fan, I would not go in a Roma fan channel and look at their press conference. So the fact that you're actually in this live stream suggests to me that you're pretty nervous. You try and want to sneak some tactics. We'll see, my friend. We'll see. So yeah, Dybala or not Dybala, I think it will be Dybala. I think Dybala will play because it's nothing major. It's nothing major. Dybala was. I mean, I actually thought Tammy's Abraham injury was even more serious than Dybala, and Tammy played 3 days after his injury and scored. What if Dybala does the same? So yeah, that's my press conference. We only destroy Roman fountains. Well, you only destroy Roman fountains because you don't have fountains back in the Netherlands. You don't. Well, name me one piece of culture about the Netherlands. What is it? Cheese and weed. That's all the Netherlands has. All the Netherlands has are tulips, weed, probably gonna get banned, and cheese. You got no culture. You got no history. You got no beautiful cities. And at the end of the day, adding on to this Father Christmas list, you also lost a final against us. But yeah, I don't mind. But I'm just warning you, after you get thrown out tomorrow, maybe be careful of what you say. Because there's something called karma. And karma comes back. Look. Bring it on. Bring it on. I'm not scared. I am not scared. I'm not scared. I am not scared. I'm more. One thing is being nervous for tomorrow's game, and one thing is being scared. I'm not scared. Flynn is scared. I'm not scared. I am ready for tomorrow's game. I know that Mourinho has been preparing this game well. Has your manager locked himself up in a training ground to prepare the game? I don't think so. The bold guy wanted to get a beer. The bold guy puts beers and shots and nightlife over preparation. So yeah, bring it on. I'm not here to speak about Feyenoord because this is not a Feyenoord fan channel and I don't care. A few words on Juventus. I promised I'd give a few words. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because this league is corrupt and that team is corrupt. They are probably going to get the 15 points back. What do I think happens in our table? Look, they're going to get third. Everything shifts down. So we'd be fourth. Lazio would be second. Napoli first. Lazio second. Juventus third. We'd be fourth. Milan fifth. Inter sixth. Everything just shifts back down one. Obviously, if they get the points back, it would, we could still prepare an assault to them. In fact, we have to prepare an assault against them. Because if they get the 15 points back, right, they'd go 49 points. Sorry, they'd go 59 points, and we're at 56 points. So that's just 3 points difference. So, look, everything is open. Everything is open. And, yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because I expected this. Do I think there's a chance that Juventus get repenalized again? Yes, there's a chance. Juventus, as I repeat for the billionth time, Juventus have not just committed this crime, let's call it. They've committed other things, and this 15-point deduction was just focused on one thing. So they could easily get these 15 points back, and then at the end of the season get penalized even further on other aspects. Apparently, the reason why they're getting the 15 points back is because the actual 15 points declaration of the penalization was actually wrongly formulated, and Juventus, had prepared an appeal and basically almost won the appeal. But the thing embarrassing is that the guy who was in charge of this said 15 points. Actually thinking about everything, 15 points is too much. You're the one who decided about the 15 points. There's no need of you telling us the 15 points is too much. You guys were the ones who decided for that penalization, but yet 4 months after you're like, oh, actually it's too much. What am I supposed to do? You're the one who came up with it, not me. So that really shows you how embarrassing this football association is. It really is absolutely embarrassing. I'm not surprised, but that's the reality of Italy. Look, the only thing I'll give Flynn about the Netherlands is politics. That's the only thing the Netherlands gets. Flynn White just said Rotterdam is better than Rome. What does Rotterdam have? Absolutely nothing. But yeah, we don't have to focus on this Juventus thing because it doesn't regard us. It doesn't. It's not about us. We got to focus on tomorrow's game. And yeah, a few words on the Champions League yesterday. I think Napoli runs out of steam at this stage. That's typical Spalletti. Every Spalletti team does that. So it was expected. I think Napoli is not the same Napoli, but I also would like to say I'm happy Milan got through because I hate Napoli, and because it could bring good advantages on top 4 thing and top 4 fight and all of that. But the one thing which I'll say is that there was definitely a clear penalty for Napoli. I know they missed one, but there was a clear penalty on Napoli, and I think Napoli got the game plan wrong. I mean, you've got Leao. You know Leao is the fastest player in that team. You know Leao literally plays football like that, and yet you give him space. I think they prepared for the game badly, but there was a missed penalty, but I'm glad. because I've had enough of these Napoli fans allying against us. So swivel on that. But yeah, look, I'll catch you tomorrow. Stadium vlog tomorrow. Click the bell notification button so you'll be notified when that vlog goes out, if it goes out. And yeah, we have a dream. I have a dream, a song to sing. I have a dream of lifting that trophy. And the first step of this dream becoming to reality is tomorrow night at the Olympico in front of 70,000 fans. I'll catch you soon. Wish me luck. And yeah, Simon out. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click all of the things below. I'll catch you soon. Simon.